You don't speak the same language.
Someone is going to hey. Come in. Yeah, each other to work. See? Project leader? We all know the names, but we welcome.
Cannot hear, so
We're going to be mixed up. Come everybody, sit down. Come on, please. We have to be mixed up. Maybe together with touch. They're from. There is no one from. He's the only one. He's the only one. For 6 years. Okay. You're free. Yeah.
So hello, good morning. I hope you are everyone okay. We are here to make some conversations about our work. We hope that you arrive well and you could start. I don't know if you suggest something to start.
So we prepared a presentation for this meeting to talk about the collaboration. So we are the Alfians. We work together for many years now, and we have some interests in common. So our position as AlphaCo is that we are a team of a state-owned company. There is some rigidity in management in our sector, and we need to acquire high technology. Our interest, as I said, is acquiring technology, gaining some markets. We also need to gain some credibility in international, worldwide companies, and we work together in collaboration, AlphaCo and Betaco. So, this is our hierarchy. There is some technicians and designers who are missing today, but it doesn't matter.
We have been to
Okay. So the relations with other companies for AlphaCo is that other companies on the sector are most state-owned, and recently the most of the companies are privatized. So we left state-owned rigidity, but some are starting to develop entrepreneurship spirits. And between us, we communicate with each other at our levels, and relations are doing well between AlphaCo and Betaco, at each level. So here is just to resume what I've already said. So we have our interest, as I said, is acquiring technology, selling our own machines, and cooperate with worldwide leaders. And for Betaco, your interest is to imply transfer of technology and subcontract design, production, and maintenance to our company. So the stakes in our collaborations are are the subcontracts of the design. As I said, your interest is to subcontract the design, the production, and the maintenance. And we will in this meeting try to demonstrate there are some problems in our collaborations. There is some delays. There is some misunderstandings in receiving and sending message. And we will try to find solutions for those problems. So, as I said, the problems in our collaboration are mainly communication barriers. So there is some language issues within the communication between us, and we suggest some solutions, but we will talk about it later. It's just to summarize briefly the main problems, and we will talk about it later. These are the solutions too. And this part, we will also talk about it later in our meeting. So.
Thank you.
You already know who we are. We are a leader in our area. So we want to say that our partnership is very important for us and for you. So we already noticed that we have some problems that we have to work. So we made some suggestions. I don't know if you want to present now or if you want to present first. I don't know what you want.
You manage the meeting, so we will hear your suggestions and then we can talk together.
So maybe we should present ourselves because some of us don't have too much confidence with each other. Okay. So first, I am Mariana, the project leader.
Okay. And I'm Huang Xiao, the production director.
I'm Jean-Maël, I'm the maintenance director.
I'm Martin, I'm the design director.
I'm Marion, I'm the coordinator.
I'm you.
Hi, I'm Chetan, I'm the production manager.
I'm Amelie, I'm project manager.
Hi, I'm Lucy, I'm the coordinator.
I'm Sebastian, I'm production.
And I'm Najwa, the project leader.
Okay, and the expertises should also present themselves, no? It's not necessary.
Say yourself for just a minute.
Okay, so Adrian consultant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wang Zhenghua, a consultant.
I'm Raphael.
I'm Delphine and I'm consultant as well.
I'm Hugo and I'm also a consultant.
It's from me or you?
This is from me.
So, maybe we should talk about the problems that we are facing, because how have advantages in solve this problem. So, as you already mentioned, we think that our main problem is the communication. It's not working very well. So we have some solutions. We thought in create an agenda in order to, for example, know what is the present. I'm sorry. What will be the presence in the meetings? For example, you already said that some of you are not here, and some of us are also not here, but maybe we should connect it and advise. Then we could also create an action for the delay messages, because you said that some messages are not receiving and we are not receiving also, so we could make a deadline. For example, if you send us a message and if we not answer in the next day, for instance, you should just make a call phone or something like that. It's just an example. I don't know, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it's a good strategy to solve those communications problems if we just put deadlines and respect each other, respect the deadlines for sending information, sending the shipments, the delivery problems. In this case, I think we could easily face those problems.
Okay. You already found that type of solution?
Yeah, we talked about it in our team and we agree in this solution.
So next one. Want to talk? Another solution?
We thought that we, as I said, in our in each level, like in production, counterparts are well communicating each other, and there is no problem, no major problem in communication between each part in the company. So this is a good point, and I think we should organize more meetings and always inform the hierarchy about the meetings and reporting what had been said. And one solution in the communication barriers is to organize more meetings, maybe in Betaco, maybe sometimes in AlphaCo, and sometimes we can also organize video conferences.
Yes.
So
yes, we
Do
think
you
that
agree?
could be a solution.
okay.
We also talked that some meetings will be not necessarily be all of the people, because they are a lot of work to do. And so with that organization, we could know with anticipating which will be the topics, and then the coordinators and the projects are aware of the cases.
Maybe if you want to clarify for everyone, maybe I can write it on the board in order to fix the ideas and see directly what's going wrong and what can be the solutions to
Yes.
for the issue. Okay. So let's summarize a bit with the first ideas that you mentioned. Can you remind me, there was a lack of communication?
Communication, yes.
And which can be the solutions?
So the creation of the agenda, like we said. With anticipating topics in the agenda. Of in the meetings, maybe we should advise with, I don't know, 2 weeks before the meetings that who will be present or will be not. Because, for instance, if the project manager of production will not come, maybe it's not necessary our be present.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, we should organize the meeting more precisely and with the number of person present and the person that doesn't need to be here.
So clear invitation system and with
Exactly.
okay.
With the obligation to inform if the person will be present or not.
I think that's in the part of communication itself. I don't know. Do you remember?
I have something to add. We come from different countries, so we have different points of view about different topics. So to face those cultural barriers, I think we should organize some time to just go out from work and to have better collaboration. We should organize some
External seminars.
Social
exactly, yeah. Some group activities between alpha and beta members, so we can improve our relationship inside the companies.
Yeah. Regarding the communication, also for that, because the barriers of the language and we fell in contract and expertise with you with your collaboration. We could see a company that had that kind of people in order to be more easy to translate our language and our topics. But I think that decision could be together. I don't know if you agree.
Yeah, in both our companies we have coordinators that their role is to translate from Alphian to BTN and from BTN to English, so we can understand. So I think this part of communication barrier could be easily faced with coordinators.
Yes, I don't know, because there are some technical language that's sometimes used and we don't understand, even with the translator. So maybe if you don't mind to be more aware of the way you talk, because there are some barriers, yes, misunderstandings, and sometimes it could we could think that maybe you are plotting us, but it could not be that. So maybe we should work in that.
And what do you think if we all agree to write our contracts in English? It's the common language between our two companies. So maybe we should put this in our board, so we can, in terms of organization, we can use only English language to deal in companies.
Concerning the organization, how do you think we could manage to organize the meetings differently? Because we are used to be members of the BDNs from one side and the other members from the other side. Should we mix together like we are doing today, or how could we do?
Instead of confronting the other team, we have decided to sit next to a member of the other team
I think
to
it's a
avoid
good,
the confrontation.
yeah, I think it's a good strategy, because if people from the same country sit together, sometimes they are more, they want more to talk each other's, and with Alphian or with BTN, for instance. So it's a good strategy to mix the members in meetings.
Yes, that's why today we put the places
Yeah.
like this.
I think both our companies must work together to improve the weaknesses we have, because we work together for many years, and in every work relationship there is some problems, and I think we can face it. We need you, and we have a good collaboration with you, so we just keep improving this collaboration. And maybe I just have something else to add. Maybe we um, we felt like there is some blaming in the issues from your side. Maybe we should avoid blamings. So just organize meetings and list the problems we have and try to find solutions to face those problems.
Maybe create directly a team of supervision of each group, and these two teams will meet and discuss the main issues that the other teams
Yeah.
say.
We also think that we should do more breaks during the day because some topics are very hard to know and to discuss, and maybe we should just take a break and talk with each other and to relax a bit if you could. Of course, it will take a lot of time during the days, but I think it is
Important.
Yes.
It's really important to have breaks and to talk around the coffee or.
Yes, and for instance, according to the lunch, I don't know what we think that we could change, because in the last lunch we thought that you're not very happy. So what do you think? We prefer that we prepare some food from your country or from us, and to exchange the impressions? I don't really know.
Maybe we can organize this. We can add this in the organizations before meetings. We just list the things we don't eat or the things we prefer to eat. For example, if we are invited to your company, maybe you could make some efforts to avoid some
Yes.
food we don't eat, and it's the same for us when you come to visit us.
Yes,
We
it's
can-
like in that, because the lunch should be should be
Happy moment.
yes, happy
Yeah.
moment to share and to talk. And also in the lunch we could meet more.
Yeah,
I don't know.
absolutely.
So we could make an effort, and maybe these troubles could be
Yeah.
Maybe we should listen more. I don't know.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. So we came up with the idea for the. You mentioned team building. Sorry. So we came up with an idea. So basically, the Alphans have their own identity, B10s too. So what we came up is to create like a mix of both. You know, like you keep your identity, but you create a corporate identity. And there is something. It's called Vampa Caps, and basically you meet some graffiti artists. They teach you techniques, and then based on that, you will just based on the value that you want to promote, you will create all together a big a painting. So it will encourage creativity, spontaneity, and fun, and you will then display it in your in the premises of your structure. So it would be great to to get to create a bond between you guys, because all of you will have to work together. So we thought that it would be good, because the more you communicate and the more you will know each other, and you will both parts will be able to anticipate. So we thought that it could be helpful. Then, according to what we saw in class, the Joawi window, the thing you should do is to increase your open area. So that can be done only if managers and team leaders facilitate feedback and disclosure among group members, and in order to reduce the blind area. So leaders, so you have a big responsibility to promote culture and expectations for open, positive, and helpful, constructive, sensitive communication, and sharing about the knowledge throughout their own organization. So the more, so you will help managers and team leaders by creating an environment that encourages self-discovery and to promote the process of self-discovery, constructive constructive observation and feedback among team members. So what's important is to create a common culture, climate, and expectation for self-discovery that will help people to fulfill more of their potential and thereby achieve more and to contribute more to organizational performance. So trust is really important because the more you trust, the more you'll be able to anticipate. Of course, we thought that it would be great to avoid judgment and avoid attribution of evil motives and constraints. So you guys have different priorities, so you should just take that into consideration. And you guys want to talk a bit more?
Well, we agreed on the fact that your teamwork has communication problems, but we have pointed out positive points in what you are doing, so I think that's really something to enlighten. And so we pointed out the fact that Alpha's coordinator really tries to make the Alpha understand the beta's point, and conversely, that is I mean that the Alpha coordinator also tries to make the beta understand the Alpha point of view, and that's really a good point. There is also the fact that the beta coordinators bring some gifts to the Alphas, and even if there's a cultural gap between your two communities, it's a proof that there is a goodwill to have the thing getting well. And I think that's it for the positive points. And so we have also pointed out some negative points, but we try to find some solutions.
So for example, as you don't speak the same language, during the presentation, as it is very technical sometimes, it is hard for the Bedians to understand the Alphans. So we came up with the idea that you should have more simple presentation so that the vocabulary employed would be more simple and with graphical visual scenes that help people to understand better. If you have, for example, drawings or pictures of what you present, you don't need to write anything, and you don't need to use specific vocabulary that's the other don't understand. So that is a solution, possible solution.
There is also the fact that when you talked about problems in shipment and delivery, for example, you try to discuss about whose responsibility it was, but we think as a team that it's not really the good way to think, because you should try to be more constructive. That is to say, how can we resolve this problem instead of just pointing out whose responsibility it is that it was not effective.
Yeah, and as you said, avoid segregation, so try to mix as much as you can, either it's in a meeting or in a lunch, in the cafeteria. Make some effort, it's not really difficult, just sit to someone who's not from your country and just, make some effort to speak another language than your natural one. Yeah, I just want to say that as you as you mentioned before, maybe propose like 2 meals, not only beta meal but also Alphan, so people can choose. Because we understand that, for instance, Alphan don't have the same taste as beta because it's different cultures. Avoid stereotypes, prejudice, and discrimination. So really just don't base your reflection on emotions, but really on facts. That's what I think. That's what is really important. And yeah. And regarding the gifts, I think it was a good idea, but I don't remember the name, but someone just gave it to the other coordinator, and then he just left the rest on the table. Maybe it would be better to give like one by one to show like the importance, because if you just give to one, the other one will feel important, but they will also feel like they're not important to anyone. So it's just putting the gift there and just pick it up, So We thought that it's better to give it to one by one.
When you exchange the gifts, you can let one apartment to another apartment of a different function of the different countries, and it will help you to get the culture and.
There is also the fact that when you are presenting something, it's a basic question of respect, but when you speak between another, and when you laugh or make jokes in your own language, the other don't necessarily understand it, and they can misunderstand your tone of voice. And so it's really important, I think, to try to speak English during meetings, and if you want to make private jokes or something else, maybe you can just wait for a break, because it's annoying for the whole teamwork.
Maybe, as you said, you want to put the English language in the top of the meeting. Maybe you have to make sure that everybody has a good level in English to understand what the others say. So if not, maybe a solution will be to do some English classroom for people who doesn't have a good level in language.
Probably, guys, you should avoid some kind of in-group bias, as for example, like just blaming the other party on the failure acute. So, that's not the thing. And yeah, making jokes in the native language, like make a sort of like a trigger to think for your colleagues that you have some bad intentions.
So about all these points, maybe if you could write a short or something like some law at the beginning of the meeting, and that everyone will sign it and have to respect the short, and then maybe it could help to do the meeting go in a better way.
And it's not because one of the team leaders is not coming that you should just, the other team leader should not come, because this is not, like, you have to recognize others' legitimacy, good motives for themselves, and clumsiness in informing. So maybe he didn't inform you, but that's because you did not communicate well before. So really create like a trust climate and communication, like make the most communication like possible between you guys, between those teams, and with social activities, just like you said before, you mentioned. And know that sometimes people have different priorities, so just don't be based on, if you just base your reflection on the fact that someone is not here and you just stop working, you will not get anywhere. So just continue working even if someone is not here. That's his fault. He will do more. Maybe the next meeting he will do more. We'll come up with some new ideas, fresh ideas. But just keep working as a team and don't pay attention to the fact that others or some have others' priorities, or that clumsy sometimes, but it's happened.
So about the communication, maybe it would be good as well to listen some other point of view, because we've noticed that since the beginning the two project leaders are just speaking and the other one didn't say anything. So maybe for you guys it could be a good solution to listen what the other members of your team has to say about what you're saying or the problems you're facing, or just some ideas, their point of view, to listen what they have to say. Make them participate. That maybe could be a good solution to make people more interesting in the meeting. And I think that's it.
Something to, yeah, that's it for us.
I just had some questions about just what you said. Someone talks about a common culture.
Mm-hmm.
So we come from different cultures, we have different backgrounds. I don't think a common culture could be a solution, or could be
No, you didn't.
realistic.
You did not get my point. Maybe this is my fault. I expressed myself badly. But no, my point was not about create a common. I was talking about the common corporate cultures.
Okay.
Just working culture, not about not about taking the best of your cultures and mix it and have a new culture. No, I'm just talking about corporate, about work.
Okay.
Like create what you could do is like both of you put the values of your culture, and if you have some similarities, you put it like together, and you create, and those values will be like the roots will be the roots of your of your working sessions, because even if you come from different cultures, I think you share common values. I don't know, maybe family, maybe some stuff like that. So it's important that you create a common working culture.
Common rules.
Yeah, common roots.
Creating common rules.
Okay. And about your suggesting about creating 2 meals for lunch, I think it's a good idea, because even if we come from different cultures, individuals can be more open to taste the other meal, or some no. So I think it's a good solution. I just have one question, technical question about your intervention. What is the service that you propose and that we are not able to do ourselves actually?
We propose to you to just follow your evolution during your teamwork. For example, we are not necessarily, we don't need to be all here, but I think that 1 or 2 of us can be just observers during your meetings, and we can maybe meet all together sometimes just to talk about our feedbacks and how things are going, just as in a constructive way of doing things, not pointing out problems, but trying to find solutions so that you can improve your corporate culture and your work together.
Okay, because we listed some solutions for our problems, our common problems in our collaboration, and your suggestions are good, but there's some we already listed ourselves without your
Yeah, that's sure, but I think if we are here today, it's because you didn't respect those solutions you're saying. So I think we're here to help you respect what you want to do and make it better.
There are some.
You may say it's the first meeting that we have in common, and really targeting the main issues that we are facing in the shipment case. So it's the first time that we are thinking together to see which problems we are facing and how we can deal with them. So maybe we could have discussed it before together, and after see what you may add, what is your added value to our issue. But we have already the main fact you have gone through, you have gone deepest in the issues that we have did, because we have seen the whole range of issues. But I think it's better for us to collaborate with the issues and after try to speak with other teams and consultant teams to really find solutions to this issue.
But as you said, it's you solve the issues we agree, but it's a global issue. We're here because we go deeply than just global issues. We go in details. That's what we're here for. Like we came up with an idea for social activity. You just said social activity, right? But we came up with an idea for this, So we try to go deeper than just. We agree, like the issues are the same, but we're here to give you like concrete solutions. That's what we're here for.
Oh, we have done
For instance, Raphael mentioned about training. You said speak English, right? But not all of you speak English. So Raphael mentioned about training. It's just.
I think it's quite. We can understand that we are in a global context. You are exchanging abroad, so I think English is quite. When you think abroad, you think English.
No, yeah, and, I agree. But what you said was okay. We should speak English, but you did not acknowledge that maybe some are better in English in the group than others, or and vice versa. You know, so training. Rafael came up with training, for instance. Just an example. You know, what we do is just to go deeper than just the global issues.
But
Yes,
we are, sorry, but we are also here as mediators. We can just sometimes balance when you are too exhausted, or just when you have blinkers because you are working together for a long time and you don't necessarily see all that we can see because we don't have any interest in your business. So we're just here to discuss about the social issue, but I think we can just be between you so as to help you both.
Yeah, and so we are here just to help you to avoid those misunderstandings that you had and all these constraints to building your mutual beneficial relationship.
Avoid wasting time. We can help you on the cultural thing, such as we can do the investigation of culture because you are busy. You can focus on solving something on the technical thing, and we can help you solve the other thing, just like the cultural part that we can do. We can help
So
you
can
save time.
concentrate on your specific job.
So I heard what you said, and I think that most of the problems that you found, we already found it. But I really appreciate the simpler presentations, like the visual supports and that, and listening of what the other members wants to say. What I was thinking is that we already have concrete solutions, like the agenda, like the obligation of informing the meetings. But I also think that your presence is important to see the evolution of our communication and our problems. So I suggest that you could continue to come up to other meetings, and in the end giving the feedback, and I don't know, you could suggest some more concrete plans, because I don't know, let me see, avoid judgments. It is a little theory. We already know that we have to be more aware of that, but we think that we could add some more concrete plans. I don't know. Just for example, an activity with complete planning, hours, team, just things like that.
The first meeting that we have all together is your two team and our team. So I think that's just we have to work on it. We have to discuss about what you want us to do for you, and the solution that we can concretely propose to you. And so I think that's just a question of strategy that we have to elaborate together.
Because basically you have a need, which is to communicate more, and that's your need, and we're here to fix this need, to find a solution. So we're here we're here to listen to you guys, and then make discuss between ourselves and trying to find solutions for better communication, trusting each other.
To bring an external opinion, because sometimes you're just focused on what you're doing and on your work and on your teamwork, and sometimes it's good to have an external opinion because we don't have any, we don't take any part in beta or alpha. We're just going to help you work together, and the external opinion will help you to make this relation stronger in the future.
When you focus on working, and you may ignore something, and we can fix it. And in a short amount of time, because only 15 days, and you need to get another advance. So we can help you solve the time, save the time, and solve the problem that you may ignore.
So your strategy in the short term, and when?
Maybe try to fix some priority order in the problems you have.
Which are?
Well, I think the first problem, well, if you want me to go in details, maybe the first thing you have to fix is is in the head. I mean, just a question of open-minded and try to be open-minded and just try to cooperate and to be constructive and to respect the other and to listen the other. That's not a concrete solution, I know, but that's I think one of the priority things we have to work together on the knowledge or you have of the culture of the other. Because if you don't know at all the culture of the other teamwork, you can't be open-minded. You can't understand it, and so maybe you can work also on differences between your two cultures so that you can accept them better.
But if individuals cannot be open-minded in like 1 week, 1 month, it's a
That's the
process
reason why
that takes time.
we can maybe offer you some concrete workshop and so on. But I think that's something we have to fix with you both.
Yeah, for example, some workshops just in order to facilitate like conversation between.
No, what you think? We both of us have coordinators that always communicate each other and know then the other cultures. In my opinion, I don't think we should necessarily use the service proposed by the consultants. And in the first step, we can since it's the first meeting, as your colleague said, we should maybe give a try to our coordinators to fix those issues, because here there is no technical issues. It's just about communication and if our coordinators can solve those kind of problems, maybe now we should use the service proposed by the
Yes, I agree. That's it.
What I suggest is that both of us will try to work on the main issues that we found and create a kind of common chart for our following meetings, and a chart that everyone will get by mail or something and will sign to say that they agree to follow this kind of rules for the following meetings. So what do you think about it?
I think it's better because we should try for ourselves, and then if we really can't, I don't believe in that, maybe we should contract, and I think that we have basis to solve the problem. What do you think?
The idea of the common shop created by the two coordinators is the base of the improvement of our teamwork, and I think it may be interesting to include the consultant team to see if our chart and if the rules that we have put on paper will work, and have a clear view of it on the field during meetings. If we give them a copy of our chart, and they can see if it is well implemented in the real working days, I think it may be a durable solution for us, and to get rid of definitely of the lack of communication issues.
The thing is that, sorry, on top. The thing is that will you have time to focus on your work if you work on all of this? We're here just to help you with all those issues, but your main goal is to focus on your work, right? So if you focus on all of this, you will lose a lot of time, and time is money. So we're here to fix those issues with you guys, but if we do it all together, it takes less time, and you will have more time to focus on work. And then it's up to you. You guys want us or not? This is up to you.
We all totally believe you can solve all the problem by yourself, okay? It's an issue. But we can do in detail and save your time. So that's all we can do.
I believe in us that we can solve all these problems.
by ourselves too. And but you know, if you don't if understand the other language, we can never focus on our job.
Yes,
So-
we can provide you the course for
So
English.
after all the
Let's say
things
1
we
month
said
to understand
together,
all foreign language.
Sorry, you didn't finish talking.
the problem is not that you can save our time. It's that the problem is that we need to focus on the language problem first, and then we can solve the problem of our job or work or something.
Yes, but the problem is not only on the language problem, you know.
You can communicate without like talking. There's like there's body communication and stuff. So, you know, you come from different culture, eye contact, eye context. I don't know. The problem is really not about. It's not. The problem is about communication in general, just not English. You know.
I know.
If I may add, yeah, that's why we came up with the idea of the sharp and the common sharp. And as you said, when we said the idea of the sharp, we're gonna help you write it, and this part of the language you have to speak English will be like on the priority of the sharp, and then you will make sure that everyone is speaking English and is able to understand and speak English for everyone.
Yes, but the coordinators already speak in English and they can communicate with themselves.
Yeah, so they're just gonna communicate by them too, and all the other people will just look at them, will say what are they talking about.
No,
They
but
know.
they are the representative of the company. Yes, of the company.
But the thing is, you can just work with us when you want. For example, you can just ask us to check whether your chart is okay or not. I mean, we need time to know your problematics and your teams and your problems, and to try the appropriate solutions. I mean, it's the first meeting we have all together, then we can't have concrete solutions just right now because it's the first time that we really meet with you, and well, it's just not possible for us to be here on that time, and we have to follow you and to get with you, but we can just be here when you want, because it's not what it's work for us. We can be effective and efficient if you just ask us precise points sometimes on a meeting. I mean, it's a work that is longer than that.
I just wanted to add something, that we are pretty sure that your coordinator or your representatives of your company can help you to enhance the communication. But it is our core competence to do that, and would save you time if you just trust us with doing this job for you, and you could use that time to prepare your presentation, for example, or to just to have more time for your core competences, and let us do what we can do for you.
If you want to work both of your companies together for a long time, I think you should start on good basis. I mean, it's not just a work of a week or so. If you want really to collaborate for a long time together, you should start on the good basis, and just set up basic rules to improve your collaboration years by years.
Yes, I agree with you, but for the other side, I also think that we could do for our own. So, what I suggest to you is that each of us should talk with our teams to listen their opinion and to know if they think that that is a lot of work or not. Because if really is too much work for them, maybe we can ask
for the consultant.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Okay, fine. It's just one last point. So, if I understood well, you're going to first try to solve those issues, both of you guys, both Beaten and Off, and then come to us if it doesn't work, right? What if it does not work? So you will have lost a lot of time, But so, you make your decision. I'm just saying, I'm just
Yeah,
stressing
but
these points. But
business
yeah, I
is
understand.
taking risks.
I understand. Yeah.
So we will take the risk. We will work together,
Okay.
and we will see the next year.
Fair enough. If you need us, just call us.
Because the two teams have different culture, maybe we can give the introduction of the two different culture, the presentation to let the consult to have a presentation for different culture, we can have better understand of each other.
Maybe your expertise may be useful in the cultural analysis.
Okay.
This kind of thing. First we can focus on the chart, the common chart that we will write, and you maybe facilitate our cultural exchanges like lunches or even games. You are talking about ice-breaking sessions, which activities that can be this kind of thing.
Okay. You're the boss. You make the choices. So.
I'm not the boss.
So, so you okay. So last point actually.
Second last.
You think so now you think that English is your is the barrier of communication of you. You still think that
Not
English?
English, our language,
Our language. So the language is the critical problem, you think? But I think it is not the critical problem because you can do the painting, you can do the gesture. When you can't speak English in the technical way, but I think it's the trust thing. Okay, it's trust thing. Or why is it that? Because when one person do the presentation of his own department, you do all yourself the thing of yourself. Yeah, it's a problem. So we can build up the bridge between you, just a trust thing, not language thing. Even if you have different language, even you have different culture, but I think that is not the critical problem that you have now.
No, that is.
No, I think
You mean that even if we have different languages, we can use our gestures or something like that. But you can never use gestures to present for example a design. But how do you use your gesture to show me how you create?
That's the thing that we have to work with you. We
Yeah.
can give you the solutions like this. I mean, we have to work together so as to just how to resolve that. Oh, we have the miracle solution. We can do that. I mean, it's a longer work.
But not all of you participants in the meeting. When you have meeting, you do all the you do all the things of your own department. That's the critical thing. Okay.
For this meeting, we prepared in advance this meeting, and we all worked on this presentation. It's not because I presented the presentation. It doesn't mean that I did all the job by myself. So it's a teamwork. We work together. So, for example, after this meeting, we will have a report. Each company will have a report with their teams, and then we will discuss from different actions we can make. And you talked about the bridge for building trust. Okay, I think our coordinator can build this bridge and can put trust between them first, and then they will report the actions they made, and then, as we say, we can just give you a call if we don't succeed.
Yeah,
if we
agreed.
don't succeed.
We're just going around now. You just
So
need
you think that two coordinators can solve all your problem of shipping, of delivery, and of delay, and you think that those two people just can solve this problem?
They won't by themselves. It's just to put actions to list the actions as we just did here, and to find solutions. They will work together, and there they will report to our teams, and then the actions they won't do it by themselves. We all need to work together to build this trust relationship.
Achievement failure was due to a lack of communication, but we are right now working on this problem of communication. If this communication is built again, normally there won't be any other troubles in the achievement. So
I think
Most of them.
maybe, but maybe not.
it's going circle. I think we all got each other point. You guys will first talk together, and then if you need us, you call us. I think that's it. Yeah, just end of the meeting. No need to talk more, guys. Really.
So now we can make a break.
I
And
agree.
to
To have a little discussion outside the meeting, so get to relax and around the coffee. So thank you all for your participation.
Thank you for letting us attend the meeting.